Welcome to another PvP review. Today we're looking at the AK-81 Projector, very kindly sent to us by QKK, but it in no way influenced what we think of the product itself. I hear you're after a projector to watch some movies and stuff. That's what this does. So this projector has a 6,000 lumen image brightness with a 50,000 hour lamp life, which is a pretty long time when you think about it. The device itself, take this cap off. Focus dial, and you got your keystone. So this keystone allows you to kind of pivot the display as it's being projected. So obviously if it's a bit off, you can pivot it so it's slightly down, but you can't do it left to right, which is something I'll touch on shortly. Down here you've got your controls, which do the same functions as the remote, they just do it on here. On this side you got all your inputs, so you've got VGA, HDMI, memory card, and 2 USB spots, as well as your AV optical out. Now, for some reason, this did not want to play MP4s, and I don't know why. So I'd loaded up a couple of videos, and for some reason, MKV worked fine, AVI worked fine, but MP4 just wouldn't play. It was saying it was unsupported. In the instruction booklet, it says MPEG-4 is supported, so I don't know whether it was just this itself just playing up, whether it was the hard drive, whether it was the files themselves, because they seem to play on everything else that I tested them on, so I don't know what it was. So in the end I ended up just using the HDMI in port, just connected the laptop up and put some YouTube on, Disney Plus, Netflix, etc. Tested it out. The projector goes up to 176 inches, which is rather large, and does come with a screen included. I watched Black Widow on Disney Plus, and I watched Luca as well on Disney Plus. Obviously I can't show any of that footage, so I've got some stock like YouTube footage and that's being projected. I will say Luca looked phenomenal, like the bright colours and the animation stuff looked really well. Black Widow looked very good, however some of the darker parts looked a little bit muddy. Didn't help, like on this wall direct opposite where I was projecting is a 65-inch 4K TV, where I had previously watched Black Widow, so I knew how good it looked. This only does 1080p, so I wasn't expecting it to look as good anyway, but it's very noticeable in on such a large projected format. Perfectly watchable. I said we watched 2 entire movies. For an £80 projector, it looks far better than it deserves to, and it's a cheap way of getting in if you just want to have a fun little movie night. It doesn't come with a tripod or anything, so I attached it to just a standard light tripod. So if I just edge this camera around, just like a normal tripod like this, worked very well. The AK-81 does have built-in speakers, however they are not the best. They're workable, and if you haven't got any external speakers at hand, or you can watch a film with it, it's absolutely fine. It's just not great. It doesn't have Bluetooth, which is a bit of a shame because that would make things a hell of a lot easier, but it's not there. Again, you can watch a film using these speakers. It's perfectly legible. However, the movie mode in the sound settings sounds awful. The bass is so loud and everything just gets distorted. I actually found sport mode to be the best sound option on the device, which is bonkers. So keystoning, as I mentioned, if you're not sure what that is, I shall hold up a picture of Charizard. You are projecting your image onto the wall, but it's a bit slanty, so you can keystone it and you can move it so you can go up or down like this, and that's basically all you do. You can't go side to side with it, which proved a problem because for some reason the AK-81 wanted to project everything like this. I tried everything. I thought maybe it's the tripod, let's use another tripod. That didn't work. I put it on a table, exactly the same. It could be my house is on a slant, but nothing else seems to be affected by it, just the projector. So in the end, what I did was I attached a ball joint, just from, I've got a bag of camera accessories, and I just got a ball joint connector, attached that to the AK-81, and then attached that to the tripod, and then I basically just moved the ball joint and then like just attached it in place where it seemed level. If you don't have one of those at hand, I suppose you could prop something underneath it and just move it to the side. Again, it could just be the model I was sent. Every other one might be okay, but that's the issues I had with it. Do I recommend this projector? I do, 100%. If you haven't already got a more premium projector, so to speak. If you are, if you're just looking for something, you want to watch movies, you want to pull these blinds down, you want to just bang something on the wall or on the ceiling, whatever you prefer, this is a really, really good projector. However, I wouldn't recommend watching a movie in a bright environment on any projector, because that's just silly. This, however, this does not like sunlight whatsoever. Any form of additional lighting will make image clarity very hard to make out. Again, I wouldn't watch a movie on a projector in a bright room, but this is gonna suffer. But if you wanted to, put the screen up out in the garden or something and have like a little garden like movie party or something like that, you're going to want to wait till it's like really dark. Otherwise you're not going to be able to see anything. Which is a shame, because it's the perfect kind of projector for that kind of thing. So it's not too expensive, and the quality is like really, really good, especially for the price you're paying. Again, it's not 4K, it's only 1080, but image quality is like very, very good. So I do still recommend it. Just know your limits of what you can do with it. If you want to see more, you can go to podcastversusplayer.com. There's more on there, and Let's Plays and podcasts and lots of other stuff. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Do you remember the episode number?
200.
Yes.
Yes. Hello and welcome to PvP episode 100.
No, we've literally just said it.
Hello, welcome back to PvP. What's going on with that
It's the PvP podcast.
Oh, hello. Right. Hello, welcome to Podcast versus Player episode 100.
No, it's episode 200. You've got one job.